Hello everybody, it has definitely been a while since I've posted a video, so I definitely do need to kind of get back on the bus and kind of get back into filming. But I thought I would give you a video for the garden update in August, just because it's been a while. And we're going to start off with this tomato plant, which is in a little plastic container, but we have definitely got some tomatoes on it, which is really cool. Got some bushes there, and because it has been so hot, I think it has kind of tricked some of the trees into growing more flowers, because this is a magnolia and we've got a second coming of flower buds, which is quite cool. But I'm not sure if that's going to damage or harm the tree in any way, just because it's not really supposed to be doing this. But hopefully it's okay and it's fine. But it's just a sort of wait and see game. But yeah, all's looking good over there. We've got some fir trees. I think these are Nordman firs. This one isn't doing very well. I don't know what is wrong with it. I've tried watering it and everything else like that. But I don't know. We've got some grapes which are looking almost right. We've got a bunch here and a bunch down there, and they are pretty protected over here, so I'm hoping that the birds don't get to them. And then we've got some figs that are growing. We actually got some ripe figs recently, and so for the first time in my life I got to try a ripe fig, and it's really quite a strange flavour in my opinion. They're quite grainy with all the seeds inside, but it's not bad. It is quite nice. I think it's just kind of harvesting enough to do something with them. I think it'd be cool to make some fig jam or something like that, but again, it's just waiting to get enough. We've got this blue fir which has definitely come back. You can see from all of the branches that it really wasn't doing very well for a time, but it has bounced back. We've got a lot of blackberry. Oh, you can't see anything. We've got a lot of blackberry stalks, and we've got some fruit growing, and it is starting to get ripe now. So we are on the, I don't know, 8th or 9th of August today, and we're definitely getting some, which is really quite exciting. A lot of the ones that are out in the wild have ripened and they've been able to be harvested. We've got some in the freezer, but ours are just a bit slower. I'm not sure why. Maybe because it's in the garden, I don't know. But regardless, they're getting there. And then we've got the Bramley apple. So we've got an apple here, and we've got another one, I think, somewhere on the tree, unless it has fallen off in this heat that we've been having. The heat has just been astronomical. It's just been terrible how hot it has been. It's just difficult. And because we've now got the hosepipe ban, we can't water anything, which is why our strawberries have perished. The trees are just not happy. Everything's wilted. It's just not great. And because we do have the hosepipe ban, there's literally nothing that we could do about it. We've tried watering them with the hosepipe, which has worked to an extent, but it's just so difficult to water them enough, isn't it? Yeah. But we're doing our best. So we've got some more figs that are going to be ripe soon, so we can harvest them. Maybe try and do something with them. Then we've got lots and lots of apples. This is a gala apple tree which I bought from B&Q. And on the pear tree, these are also getting nice and hefty. I'm not really sure when we need to harvest these. I was thinking maybe August, but I think it might be September. I'm not sure. They're very much still very hard on the tree, but last time we left them too long and they got overripe and they were getting really, really soft. So I don't want that to happen again. It's just a means of making sure that everything is harvested when it needs to be harvested and knowing when that time is. But that's a bit of trial and error, really. We've got some quinces, which is really exciting because we would like to make some quince cheese this year. And this is the first year since we've been in the new house, since we ripped it out of the ground, that we've actually got some quinces. And I think we have about 9 on the tree, which is a lot compared to the previous years when we've had 0. So it's definitely an improvement, which we've got to be grateful for. The next biggest Nordman fir we've got, the top has died, and I do remember reading something about the Nordman fir trees having something wrong with the tops of them and them dying off. I don't know what it was called. I think it was like Nordman fir dieback or something like that. But hey baby girl, they just weren't doing well. So I think that suffered from it, but it has kind of bounced back. In here we've got some plum trees which were grown from seed, so they're in these little pots. I think some might be apples as well, I don't actually remember. They've all been mixed up because my mum planted them up for me, and so I lost track of them, which is fine. We'll find out in about 10 years which is which, so I'm not overly worried. Again, our strawberries are completely wilted because we have definitely focused on the trees a lot more, but I say that, and then at the back we can see that one of them is completely wilted. It's not doing well at all, and hopefully that hasn't actually killed the tree. But if it has, then that's my fault for neglecting them, to be honest. It's just been so hot and it is so difficult to get to them. That's a terrible place for that tree. I'm going to have to move them, but as you can see, there's just a lot in the way. It's just been really, really difficult. But it is what it is. We've just not had any rain at all for weeks and weeks, which is so unusual for us here in the UK. And so having to water everything by hand, it's really tricky, and it's really time consuming, and it's hard. And it's really frustrating when we're told we can't water anything with our hose pipes, but the water companies can leave massive water pipe bursts flooding roads and stuff. But it's we're the problem. But yeah, so we've got some more blackberries in there. Keep them out of the way. I've just walked through a cobweb, so hopefully there's not a spider on me. Everything in here is also wilted. It's just not great at all. When I have my own place, I would love to have a really, really big water butt. That's like tens of thousands of gallons in an ideal world. It's something that you have to dig under the ground, and it is a massive investment, obviously, because you have to pay for the water butt itself, and then you have to pay for it to be installed and dug in the ground, and it's just a lot of work. But I do think it would be worth it, especially because I believe that we're going to have these kind of hosepipe bans and lack of water a lot more frequently in the coming years, because the weather is just, the climate is changing, isn't it? And it's just getting worse and worse. But this is what we've got to deal with for now, which is a shame, but hopefully things do bounce back. If they don't, they don't. If they do, then great. But yeah, so we've got another grapevine here. Then we've got a blueberry bush that has been overtaken by some willow, this thing, and I don't really know what to do with it. I would like to keep both, but that means digging one of them out, which is fine, but I can't do that in the heat wave. It will kill probably both of them. So I'm going to wait until the winter and then sort them out. Over here we've got a whole load of stuff. We've got some more grapes, but they're not ready yet. We've got some flowers over there, we've got some lilies, and then we've got some pears. These are William de Commerce pears, I think, something like that. And then we've even got a clematis flower. We've got a little berry there, which I'm not sure. I think that's from what's it called? Honeysuckle. Laburnum, not laburnum, wisteria. And just more flowers. We've got my birthday rose, which has a beautiful little flower on it. Let's see if I can get it in the sun. There we go. And then we've got another apple tree. This is a Braeburn. A lot of the apples have fallen off just because it has just been so incredibly hot. And then we've got some giant sequoias and some other bushes. And then we've got another grape, not a grape, tomato down there. We've got some more flowers in here. The sunflowers have mostly gone over now, so we've got that little one in there, which is cool, but the rest have passed on. Then we've got some more apples. This one's pretty cool. It just looks a bit weird. I think it's quite funny. And then we've got finally the big fir tree. So it's growing now. I was a bit worried that it had died, but it's still good. So it's what we can expect and what we can hope for. But yeah, so that is all for the garden update. It's been a bit disjointed, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching this video if you have made it this far. I do appreciate you being here, and please let me know what you thought of the video down in the comments below, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.